device companies out there, and it was quite a leap from being a traditional academic, which probably explains why I was never CEO. I was founder of the company, but I always said if I were CEO, since I don't have a business background, I probably would have lost the company 2 days later. So I think for now, you'll hear more as we go on here and learn more about the process.
Fred Robertson, I gave you a partial introduction earlier. I have a business background as well as a clinical background, and have run a handful of medical device companies, most recently.
And Brian Jerwitz, I think I spoke enough during our presentation, so I'll leave the rest of the time for everyone else.
Back to the first question about working with customers in your initial development. If anybody on the panel wants to add any more to that question.
Well, I mean, aside from, if you don't talk to customers, how do you know you have a business? So, I mean, I guess the only way you potentially know that is if it's a product that you're creating that you yourself would use. So then you have kind of customer of one. But otherwise, you got to get out and talk to customers. And that doesn't come natural if you are an engineer like I am. That's usually one of the big things when I meet with other kind of either scientists or engineer types. They tend to retreat to the lab, retreat to the desktop to code or do whatever, that kind of thing. So it can be unnatural to get out in the field and talk to customers. That's a really important hurdle to get over early on as you look to launch a company.
And I would say, being a clinician as well as a researcher and inventor, I've needed to keep my credibility as a clinician because I've been publishing all along to provide evidence